Hey everyone, Maria here with the St. Charles Health Ministry out in Livermore. I'm really bummed about not making it to the meeting today. I think it was really important that those who participated in the Interfaith Wellness Walk last October share their experiences with setting up their programs and what they did with their winnings. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it today to the meeting. As some of you know, I work at the Order of Malta Clinic, which is a free clinic out there in Oakland. And we're running really short on nurse volunteers to do our intakes. So to fill the gaps and the holes in the shifts, myself and the other two nurse supervisors, as well as even some providers, have to step in to fill those voids. So that's what I'm doing on Friday as I make this tonight on Thursday. So I think it's important, like I said, to share those experiences. So I thought of, might as well make a video and share what we've done here at St. Charles with our winnings and this opportunity to inspire others to walk. So right now I'm making the video and I'm walking here, one of the paths here in Livermore. And so I'm going to kind of take this walk into a great area in Livermore called Sycamore Grove, and I'll tell you about how we started it. All right, I found a nice little amphitheater here at Sycamore Grove, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to you a little bit about the program. As I'm looking out here in the grove, I don't know if you can see them. They're kind of walking away now, but right over here are a couple of deer, and it's really beautiful to be out in nature and see God's work, at work. This is really calming to the soul, and to actually come down from the stresses of your day and take a look at the trees and the grass and everything nature around you. So it helps bring to things some perspective in our lives as disciples and of our respective ministries. So what I want to tell you about our wellness program after we won first place at the Interfaith Wellness Walk last October. The big question was, what do we do? What do we do with it? And so us as a ministry, we talked about what are we going to do from here? Because it's a new beginning. So we brainstormed and we thought about, well, who better to give us some advice or some insight or ideas than the people who actually participated in the Interfaith Wellness Walk. So we kind of searched our minds and we thought about who participated in it. And there was one person that actually I immediately thought, and her name is Dorothy. And kind of going back to when I first started the health ministry a couple years ago, she approached me and she asked me, hey Maria, do you have any plans to start a wellness program or a walking program? And I said, actually I do. I have that idea in the back of my head, but right now we're going to kickstart this ministry and see where it goes. But keep it in your back of your mind, as I will, and when the time approaches, I will call you up. So the time did come when we won the Interfaith Wellness Walk, and I went back to Dorothy and I said, the time has come. And I said, I'm going to need your help. And she was very, very ecstatic in joining the health ministry to help us develop a program. Additionally, I also thought of another person who I met at a small faith group session a couple of years ago, and I found out from there that she was an avid walker. She walks to church almost all the time. She walks about, I would say, 2 miles back and forth before church and after church, and she was another great resource. So I personally approached her, and she is really a great gal as far as helping out our church. So she was all on board, and it just so happened her friend and neighbor, Christy, wanted to participate as well. So there were 3 people that we recruited to help us to figure out what to do with our winnings and what do we do for a wellness walking program. So I'm going to walk a little bit over here, and then I'll come back and I'll talk to you a little bit more about that. I love sunsets out here at Sycamore Grove. Some beautiful colors and cows somewhere back there. Anyway, so now we got our subcommittee comprised of Dorothy, Christy, and Cindy, and how appropriately we call them the Wellness Walking Advisory Council, or just by WWAC, walk. It's so perfect. So anyway, we got together with them, and they devised out a wellness walking day, or faith walk, and that was back in April. And we did a great campaign, put out flyers. I'm going to forward a PDF of that flyer to Jen and to Leslie so they can print it out for you so you can take a look at it. But they devised a short but very doable route to do before our 9:30 Mass. And we thought 9:30 is a great Mass because it's family. There's a lot of people at 9:30 Mass. So we decided to hold it before then, and then people could go to 9:30 Mass. So it was a 0.9-mile walk from this park called Independence Park, and just has a little bit of hill. So, but just enough so it could, get the heart rate going. And then we also had, at least with our winnings, we bought cases of water, and also a Fitbit charge too, so that we can get a little bit more participation. We held sign-ups. Let's see, I think it was a couple of weeks before the event. So it looked like at that point we had about 25 people, and that was really our goal, is to get, a good number of people, and about 20 was our goal to get signed up for this walk. And then on the day of, there were a few people who heard about it and then participated. So I think all in all about 27 parishioners, and a couple of also community members came out for the walk. So we held a drawing, gave away the Fitbit, and it was really a successful initiation to the Faith Walk, or to our walking program. But it didn't end us there. When I go over here, I'll tell you about the second Faith Walk. Okay, there's a nice little spot over here. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's some crickets already. So in July, we held our second Faith Walk, and we did things a little bit differently that time. And we like to do things a little bit differently to kind of see what works and what doesn't work. So with our second walk, we decided not to have sign-ups. We decided to actually just put an announcement out in the bulletin, and to say if you're interested, please email Cindy at our email address. And we thought if that would have worked, then sure, we'd try it again. But it did not work. And what happened was we only had a handful of people, probably about 5, and I was one of them, to participate. So, but we still held the walk, and we had water, and we had our sign, and we had the opportunity to do a little bit of chatting. So, which of course took place in the first wellness walk. And actually, the first wellness walk, one of the things that the participants said about that was it had an opportunity it was a good opportunity for others to meet other members of the church. And I thought that was really great. In this case, we all knew each other in the second walk, so we didn't have that much of an opportunity to meet and to get to know other members of the church. So what we learned from that was that being engaged in signups and to get more, putting a more effort out to get people signed up really works. So in that case, we decided that on the third walk, we'd kind of do something a little bit different. So we do have a third walk coming up, and that is in October, just in a couple more weeks. So we didn't think about it at that time, but I did have the complete list of the participants for the Interfaith Wellness Walk, which was like over 100 people. So I put that on a spreadsheet and I gave that over to Dorothy, and I said, hey, let's use this, and we could just do a mass email and announce the next wellness walk and see how that works out. And they also wanted to do a sign-up table, which we did for the first walk. So hopefully it's going to work out this time around. And again, that's coming up, I think it's the third weekend of October. So hopefully in our next meeting, I could tell you how that worked out. So what I'm going to tell you next is about what we're learning. All right, this is a nice little sunset happening here. If I can get the right settings, I wanted to share with you a sunset. But anyway, in closing, as far as the health ministry is concerned, we're learning that as a core team, we can't do it ourselves. There are other people with interest and knowledge and talent that we can tap into and ask to be part of the journey with us. And that's what happened with the Wellness Walking Council, our Walk Council. And it's really great to see how when you approach somebody about their passion, because all three of the members, Christy and Dorothy and Cindy, they have a passion for walking. And the ability for them to share that with others is great. And I think that's what we all need to do as far as reaching out to others and inspiring them with our passion. As a health ministry, it's great because we're kind of branching out. I started this ministry about 2.5 years ago. And it's wonderful to see, our core team, or the trunk of a tree, and having branches come off of it, feeding from the same soil and from the same ground and from the same mission. It's really exciting to see. So as a health ministry, it shows that we're able to work together and bring other people into the ministry to show others what they're able to give and what their gifts are to our community. The last one, or at least second one, is really perseverance. When something starts off like the health ministry and things don't go too well, there's that time where, gosh, do I need to put more effort into it? Or how much more time can I put into this? And actually, it's some of the low points, even like when they only had 5 people for the second sign up, that perseverance really prevails, perseverance and patience. So, and that's what I told the gals, the walk committee, that don't be discouraged. Just keep out there and we'll keep putting that message out that walking is part of our spiritual journey. It makes ourselves whole, and it feeds into who we are as gifts of God. So anyway, I hope you all learned something from my videos today. If anything, have a nice walking journey with me here at Sycamore Grove. If you have any questions, my email is mgo2462@me.com, or give me a call, 925-980-2928. Would love to talk to you. Hopefully I can make it to the next meeting. And again, for all you retired nurses or those who you know who are retired nurses, please have them give me a call. And if they wanted to help out the Order of Malta Clinic, it's a great clinic. It's a free clinic for those who are in need. Alrighty, take care, happiness, and blessings to all.